Okay, well, in the last video, which I'm now going to call part 1, I accidentally pressed the stop button rather than the pause button, so we'll call that part 1. Save me having to do it all over again. I'm feeling far too lazy for all that. So, and my die-hard watchers will switch over to part 2 anyway. So this is basically what you get with the Rode system. I was going to do an unboxing video, but I didn't have time at home and I didn't want to bring the box out here. I had enough to carry. But basically you get this pouch here, and then the 2 mics fit, or the 2 parts fit inside there. You get 2 chargers with the new UPS or UBS or whatever it is called, adapter, you know, charging thing there, because they charge up with the newfangled system, and apparently they last about 6 to 7 hours between charges. People say to leave them turned on all the time. I've literally only used it last night and this morning for a few recordings, and that one that I did the other day, you know, which I uploaded. And I would imagine I'm like dying to have a cough in a minute, but I can't edit that out here. But I might have to have a cough in a minute. Do excuse the coughing. It's congestion and I can't get rid of it. I've had it nearly all my life. It's an absolute pain. And it's the one worry that I have about trying the Event Bivy. When that's completely done up, the congestion can make me feel claustrophobic if I'm closed in. Anyway, we'll let's get back to what we're talking about rather than my health. So we had this system here. So as I was trying to say on the other one, I saw this video. I think it was Paul Messner or something like that. Maybe he can mention me one day, as I keep mentioning it. He can get some subscribers my way. But I was watching this Paul Messner video on what he uses to record and film and everything, and he was using these, and I thought, oh, well, that looks interesting. So I looked it up, and it was about £180, 160 on Amazon. So it's not cheap, but I think it's certainly worth it. And from what I've heard talking to people, you know, that it certainly is worth doing. So I got this. So this bit here goes on the camera, which I'll show you in a minute, and I just make sure I press the pause button, not the stop button, when I do. And then obviously this bit goes on you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this off, and then I'm going to put this onto the camera and then just show you. And I'm going to touch the pause button this time. Okay, so once it's attached, obviously we don't need the charger cable, that comes with it. We don't need the case, so we're going to put those to one side. I did bring those just to show you. The charger I might very well need. This I brought again to show you, so we can put that to one side. For the next few walks I might still bring this just as like a backup emergency, given that I'm not used to this system, and if anything happens then I've got a backup. So I might still bring that for a few trips. But as you can see, you now have something that is, you know, much, you know, lower profile, and it just plugs into the side, you know, like that. The other advantage, and I'm going to press pause. The other advantage is I can now see some of the screen. Not all of the screen, but you know, some of it, whereas before with the microphone there I couldn't really see any of the screen, but now, you know, at least I can see some of it. So let's see, having a quick stretch. So now I can see, you know, about half to 3/4 of the screen, which is a bit of a bonus. So I'm just going to press pause again. And then of course on me, you have this thing here, which you can attach to your, I've put it near the zip here to hold it in place. If you undo the zip, it does flap around a bit, so I think putting it in places may just need to be a little bit sort of, you know, adaptable, or whatever the word is. Can't even stop and think of words when you're not editing anything. But obviously if you're wearing your backpack, then you can put it on your sternum strap or something, you know, like that. And we've usually got something we can put it on. You can get a magnet which you would put behind and then attach this to a magnet. But when we're out walking, I'm not sure that's a good idea, because we're using compasses and things like that. So I think the magnet might sort of, you know, mess up compass bearings and things. So that might not be the best thing for outside. So, and obviously you can hide this, you can put it behind something, but you know, and maybe other walkers hide them because they don't want to see them, and maybe in time I'll hide it. But for the moment, it is what it is. It's a microphone. I've got to talk to you somehow or other, and frankly, it doesn't matter to me whether you can see it or not. So that's kind of like where I'm gonna, you know, that's where I'm gonna stick that for now. Right, now I'm not sure how easy this is going to be to film. So one thing that I had to do was, you do just need to check your voice levels, because you don't want it clipping too far along. So with this Sony camera, I've gone into the audio record level section, which literally is just this one page. You don't get that much in the way of settings, and the regular volume on this was about 25, and I found even when I put this onto the minimum setting, it has 3 settings, minimum, medium and high, and you can't really, you know, you could there, so that's medium, so that's medium, and that's high, and then that's low. So low, medium, high. And even when it was on low, and I think you can see it, the searching thing there, because I haven't turned it on me. So let me turn it on me. So hopefully that's on. now it's on, and you can see that the, you know, the volume is reaching the end, you know, quite a bit. So the volume is reaching the end quite a bit. So you can see that's why I had to, you know, keep this on minimum, and at the same time let's go back into menu, and luckily you weren't getting a shot of what's it, sorry. So yeah, so, and then here I then, you know, had to reduce this this down. I can't even stop and think now. So yeah, so I had to reduce this down to 10, so I wasn't clipping the audio. So you can see the audio was reaching the end, but not right to the very end. It doesn't seem to be quite clipping. So you could almost maybe, you know, do with bringing this down a fraction more, but I leave it at 10. It seems quite low anyway, and we'll kind of see how that goes. So any sound experts out there can see what I've done. You know, John Williams can carry on with his learning from this, and that's basically it. And then obviously once it's you turn them both on, and then you speak, and then everybody falls asleep with boredom listening to my drivel. So that's about all there is to say on it, really. They're very small, very light, much lighter than this. I haven't weighed them, to be honest. Maybe if I weigh them, I'll add them in as a description afterwards. But this, as I say, was, I mean, there's quite a bit of chunk to this. It's quite heavy, but these, I believe, are like 31 grams each plus the wire, and that's all you need. And I'm very sure it's significantly lighter. One other thing that some of you may notice, I have gone back to this lens here. I was torn a little bit between the very small lens and this one, and I was just a little bit, tiny bit concerned about the quality of the small lens. I'm editing a video on this, which I will do. It's nearly done. I just had a busy day, let's say, the last couple of days at home, so I didn't quite get to finish the video of unboxing that. And I shot that on the smaller pancake type lens, you know, the kit lens that comes with it. So it kind of be interesting to know what people think about the quality of that compared to when I'm, you know, using, you know, this lens here. I prefer to use the other lens because it is smaller and lighter and more convenient, but I don't know, there's just something I wasn't too sure about, so I've just gone back to this one this time, and we'll kind of see where we go from there. Anyway, that really is enough of me waffling along here. You know, if you enjoy this type of video, reviewing things out in the middle of nowhere, talking nonsense and drinking tea, and watches occasionally, you know, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, important. And Lassie and I will see you in the next one. You know, thanks for watching. Goodbye.